Hi, this is Phil Taylor, PPC strategist. Welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to run through 7 types of effective messaging that you can use in text ads, which should really help if you're ever stuck for ideas on what to write. Now, back in the day, AdWords ads were tiny. We only had 95 characters in total to write your ad. Whereas now, they are frankly huge. And in short, you don't have to say things in short anymore. And with so much space to fill, sometimes you need ideas about what to write. So we're going to run through 7 types of ad content that work well. These are some basic, proven types of messages that you can use in a modular way. So you can fit them in like blocks into your text ad space, and you can use them in different combinations and in different orders. To show you how you might use these in practice, we're going to take an example site and pretend we're writing ads for this site, which is called Bow Wow Sketch. This is my friend's site, and she paints these excellent portraits of dogs, as you can see. She has a fantastic product to sell, so as PPC marketers, it's our job to write ads that do justice to products like this. And we're going to take those 7 types of messaging and see how they might fit into an ad for Bow Wow Sketch. Now, the first one is using your keyword in an ad that keyword brings up. This is a great way to boost the relevance of your ad, both in the user's eyes and also in Google's eyes. Because if a user searches for something and then they see a search result that has exactly that thing, or almost exactly that thing, in the headline, then that's a really clear signal that it is relevant to what they're looking for. And it's best to do this right up front at the top of your headline 1. We're going to assume that we're using the keyword dog portraits. So let's start off our ad by putting simply dog portraits in the headline 1. It's not much, but it is a start and it's definitely relevant. And note that I'm going to use title case for writing the ad. This is usually the most effective way to do your capitalization. Second one, description. By this, I mean a really clear description of exactly what you're offering, exactly what your product or service is. This usually should go hand in hand with the keyword part and may be the same thing, but let's make it very clear. So dog portraits could actually be slightly ambiguous. It could be pre-drawn portraits of dogs, but we're going to make it clear that these are commissioned, hand-drawn artwork of your dog, and it's bespoke. And I'm going to take this appealing sounding description of the paintings straight from the site. But I don't want to repeat watercolor, so I'll just remove that. Number 3, the call to action. So this is using some imperative like buy now, order, sign up, whatever it is that you want your customer to do once they get to your site. This is a really important part of an ad, and for that reason I'm not going to add it into headline 3, which actually rarely shows as of when I'm recording this video. That may well change, but for now we want it to be very prominent, so I'm going to put it right up front. We're now over the character limit. So I'll remove bespoke for now, and I'll probably find somewhere else to put it in later. So far we've got the keyword in there, we've got a really clear description of what the product is, and we've got a call to action. So we're doing well. Next one is price. Now this is one that won't always be helpful, but can be, and it's certainly worth trying with and without. As a general rule, having the price in your ad will lower your click-through rate, but it will increase your conversion rate. The reason is that you are weeding out certain users who might otherwise click on your ad. You're weeding out people who will be put off by the price, or put off because we're making it clear to them they're going to a site that is designed to encourage them to buy something. So if they're after information, then this is probably not for them. And again, if the price is too high, then this is not for them. So people who might otherwise click will not click, but what you're weeding out are the users that you least want to click anyway because they're the least likely to buy. We're definitely going to put one into this ad in the form of from £150, including mounting. Okay, number 5, endorsement. So anything you can point to, like an award or positive satisfaction survey results or anything along those lines, will be really good material for making your product more appealing. If you don't have anything like that, then some kind of self-endorsement like Yorkshire's best loved carpenter could be useful to put in. Google used to have really tight rules about using superlatives, so saying best or quickest or anything like that, if you couldn't very definitively back those up. Those rules have been loosened, and there's a general misrepresentation policy. So you can't make specific claims that aren't true, but something vague like best is okay now, and lots of advertisers use that. If we had something, then I'd possibly put it in headline 3. Something along these lines would be good if it were true. It's not in this case, so I'm going to delete it. And that's fine. Of course, we don't have to use all of these types of messaging in a single ad. Some of them will be more applicable than others. So 6, benefits, an obvious one. And we could split this up into several different subcategories. So you might have product benefits, what the product or service can do for you, ordering benefits like next day delivery or free shipping over £50. And you'll very likely want to include, one or both of those types of benefits in your ads. We've already tried to describe things in an appealing way. So hand-drawn, this on cold pressed paper, that's certainly supposed to sound appealing. It's in a gastropub menu kind of way. There's more that we can add. It's a kind of ordering benefit and secure delivery. There's also something that's mentioned on the site. And by the way, the site, of course, and the descriptions of things on the site are your primary resource for this if you're working for a client. So we'll put that one in for our benefits. And finally, number 7, pain point. Sometimes, again, this one will be more relevant than other times. So does your service fix a problem? If so, then this is about focusing on the problem or how the problem makes the user feel. So if you are a masser, for example, you might use is back pain getting you down, or something like back soreness can be a pain, something that speaks to the user in their hour of need. And then, of course, straight afterwards, providing the solution to the problem. So in this case, it might not be so applicable. I guess it would be something along the lines of, are you going to miss your dog when he's gone? Which we could try, but it's a bit odd and a bit morbid. So maybe the closest thing that would be reasonable would be something like calling it a legacy. So a stunning legacy for your pet. And this is a minor one, so I don't mind it not showing, and headline 3 is perfectly fine. So now we've got a pretty good looking ad that has most of those features. I would just at this point do a bit of fine tuning. So for example, I don't much like this close repetition of dog. Should be clear enough from headline 1 what we're dealing with. We also have pet in there, so I'll remove that. I think we can make this a bit more appealing. I think we could put bespoke back in here. I'll bring back of your dog for here. And we've got a lot of space left on description line 2. Let's just round it off with another call to action. And don't be shy of exclamation marks. Even if you'd rather sound more subtle, it normally is quite effective to have them. Finally, make sure we've got the final URL. Now, you'll want to make sure that you're leading to the most appropriate landing page, and that's a topic for another video. We are going for the home page in this case, and we can use the path 1, 2 for hammering home the keyword and description, what exactly it is that we're offering with the ad. Though it is a decent ad that ticks a lot of the boxes, as I've mentioned, that is no guarantee that it wouldn't be completely outperformed by something less conventional or less by the book. But the key with this kind of advertising will always be clear relevance and benefits, and making those as immediately obvious to the user as you can. And these 7 elements are good ways to do that. So you can try them in different ways and in different combinations, and that should give your ad copy a really good start. I hope you found this useful. If so, then subscribe to the channel and don't miss any more updates, and take a look at my free Facebook group, PPC Strategists, to get a lot more stuff like this.